It is a couple minutes before. I'm just getting things set up. Looks like we have a few minutes. So if you are watching the replay, you can go ahead. Oops, I'm just centering my screen and my camera. If you are watching, you can go ahead and skip ahead a couple of minutes and we will be able to tell you, you'll be able to see when we start. I will show you the supplies that are needed for stamping, mystery stamping. We're going to do mystery and stamping today. So I'll see, let's see, we got a couple minutes. It looks like I signed in a little early and I'm looking for it on my page so I can see comments. Let's see. There we go. We are live. I'm going to go ahead and zoom down a little bit closer. See how that looks. Perfect. And it looks like it's just me right now, but you can scoot ahead. You can fast forward ahead. Oh, Shannon, hey, how are you doing, Shannon? You're going to stamp later. All right, totally understand. So, oh, you have company coming in the next half hour. Oh, fun. Are you guys coming together to watch the Olympics, or is it just to hang out and have a good time? So, and I'm going to show you, I've got a little bit different. No, my friend left this morning. She had to be up in Medford, Oregon this afternoon, and that's, I think, a 5.5, 6 hour drive from my house, and that is without dealing with all of the different fires it looks like going on in Northern California and in Oregon. So she was going to try and get there by 3:30, 4 o'clock, and it's almost 4 o'clock now. So when I get finished with this, hopefully there'll be a text. No, I think she's figuring she's going to get there about 5 or 5:30. So she's got about an hour or so drive left. But we had a great week. You're barbecuing. Oh, they watched the Olympics this morning like I did. But you're going to watch them later. You're going to barbecue. Yum. We're doing leftovers. My friend and I and my daughter went out yesterday. Downtown Brentwood had a fun summer night evening in downtown where they had a bunch of classic cars up and down the main street in Brentwood, and they had specials going on at some of the stores and restaurants around. So we hit one of the restaurants and did dinner, then we walked around and looked at cars, then we hit one of the wine tasting rooms and enjoyed some wine, and then we walked back and looked at some of the booths and everything that are usually there, like on Maker's Market, on during stuff. Oh, you saw my pictures. And we had a good time. So yeah, now I'm trying to recover, but we got some leftovers from that last night, and yeah, I'm just recovering from a good week. What kind of wine did I like? I tend to drink, I like sweet wines. On the rare occasion I do drink wine. I don't drink wine a lot because I don't drink it fast enough to go through a bottle, and my understanding is you gotta go through a bottle in like 3 or 4 days, otherwise it starts going bad, and I don't drink that much. So I tend to go for a splash of Malibu rum in a Coke, but if I'm doing wine, it's going to be like a Moscato or a sweet Riesling. So that's what I like to drink. So, all right, it is 4 o'clock, a little bit after 4 o'clock. Let's go ahead and get started with our Fun Friday here with Stampin' with Jen. My name is Jennie Fetz, and I am independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator out of East Contra, Costa County in the city of Brentwood. And we are out by Antioch, the Delta. If you guys are familiar with that, where the San Joaquin River, not the Sacramento River comes in. But anyway, we're out in the agricultural area. It's really nice. We get fresh fruit and fresh veggies quite often. So anyway, we're going to do Fun Friday Mystery Stamping. I'm going to start showing you guys, before we get the instructions, the supplies you need. And I'm going to make an apology right now because on the post that I put on my Facebook business page, I forgot to include the white cardstock that's 2 3/4 by 4. So yeah, you'll have to cut a piece like that. Shannon, if you're doing it later, don't forget this piece right here. Other than that, we'll go ahead and get started. Let me show you our first, and I'm going to do this along with you. I'm going to do it off to the side so you can see my card, and then I'll show you some samples. Our first clue is you're going to score your 8.5 by 5.5 in half at 4 1/4. So you're going to put it on the 8.5 by 5.5 side, on the 8.5 side, and score it at 4.5, or not 4.5, 4 1/4 to give you your card base. So we'll do that. Oh, good. Screenshot. Perfect. All right. So we'll go ahead, and when you're done, type done in there, and we'll move on. Cleaning up my desk while we're doing this. I cleaned it up a little bit before too, but all right. So now, if you have to, if you're watching the replay and you need to pause it because I'm going too fast, pause away. Perfect opportunity to be able to go at your own pace. All right, clue number 2. You're going to turn that card base after you've scored it so that the top is at the 5.5 inch side is on the top, and you're going to measure it 2 3/4, and you're going to cut down to the score mark that you've done. All right, so you're going to measure your paper at 2 3/4, and then you're going to cut down to the score line with your trimmer. All right. Don't cut through the score mark, cut to the score mark. And this is the 5.5 inches on the top. So after you've scored it, you've turned it. All right. All right, we'll go ahead and go on to clue number 3. Clue number 3, you're going to turn the card base so that we've got it the 8.5 inch wide side like we did when we scored it. And you're going to cut along the score line down to, from the top, down to the previous cut. All right. And you're going to stop at that previous cut. And if it, oops, I think I need to fix my cutting blade. That one was a little rough. If you haven't gone far enough, you can always use your paper snips, which I'm going to need to do to finish off that cut. All right. And what I didn't write here, what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and fold over that bottom piece that you have left to the front. That's going to be on the front of the card base. All right. Now, clue number 4. We're going to take our 4, and let's see, what was the measurement again? Our pattern paper that's 4 inches by 2 3/4 inches, and you're going to adhere it to the bottom panel of the card base, the outside panel of the card base. Excuse my reach. I forgot my adhesive. For some reason, I'm grabbing my stamp. I go through phases on my adhesive, and this time, for some reason, lately, I am going to be doing. I've been using my Stampin' seal. All right, I'm trying to do this off camera so you can't see what the card looks like until we're done. All right, so now that you've adhered your pattern paper to the outside bottom panel of the card base, all right, we're going to go ahead and, oh, please do, Shannon. I want to see what your card looks like tonight after you're done making it. So please post it to my Facebook page. All right, clue number 5. You're going to adhere the 5 1/4 by 4 inch white cardstock to the inside panel of the card base. All right. So put a little more adhesive on here. We're going to put this on. You can only see my little finger. Oh, good, you can't see everything. You can only see my hand. All right. Go ahead and move on to mystery stamping clue number 6. Looks like we're going to be done with this one. This one's a fun but easy card. So we may be done with this a little bit quicker, and this might be a short video this time. All right, now you're going to adhere that 2 3/4 by 4 1/4 cardstock to the center of the card front. This is the piece that you cut off when you cut across to the score line and then cut down on the score line to form a piece. This is what you're going to do. You're going to adhere it to the front, the center of the front of the cardstock. But here's what a clue. Very, very important. Only put adhesive on the lower 1/4 of the panel. That way you don't adhere it to the inside of the card. All right. Oh my goodness. I think my daughter just made popcorn because I can smell it and it smells wonderful. So I'll have to check out, see what she's got. So
Partially burnt popcorn.
partially burnt popcorn. I've been told it's partially. I don't smell the burnt part, but apparently it's partially burnt popcorn. All right, so I'm going to attach that. Now, if you have to pause, go ahead and pause. We're going to go to clue number 7. You're going to stamp an image, and I need to make some space. I'm going to move my trimmer. You're going to stamp an image, and I'm going to show you what stamp set I'm using. I just got this today. I took advantage of my free shipping that Stampin' Up! Had earlier this week, and because I placed the order so early in their promotion, I was able to get my package today, and I got the Happiest Day stamp set, and I'm so excited to use this. I've seen so many stamps with this and cards with this, and I love this butterfly. So my card is going to have this butterfly and one of these sentiments on there. So let me go ahead and I'm going to stamp that on my white cardstock. I need my pad because I'm doing this not on my glass mat. This is going to take me a little bit, so just go ahead and take your time stamping. That done, and I'm going to use, I'll show you what color I'm using later. Actually I should probably stamp the sentiment so I can put the black away and I don't put my arm in it. All right, and now I can put my black ink away so I don't put my finger in the middle of it all. I just re-inked my black marker, or my black Memento stamp pad, and I'm afraid I'm going to end up with ink all over. All right, so we'll do this, and I just realized I need a piece of scratch paper, so I'm going to get that. Let's see. I just realized I don't have a lot of space. All right. Almost done with this. Just have to do the last little coloring of the wings, and then I'll be able to tell you what our next step is. All right, almost done here. All right, put that ink away, and let's go ahead and, are you done stamping your image and your sentiment? All right, we're going to move on to step number 7, or clue 7. And this is where you're going to take that 2.5 inch by 4 inch white cardstock with the images on it, and you're going to center it on the 2 3/4 by 4 1/4 cardstock that you put on the card front. So let's go ahead and attach that. All done. Ooh, I'm liking this one. I'm liking the colors I picked. This is really cool. All right. Next step is number 9, and this is where you go ahead and embellish the card any way you want. And I think I'm going to add a little wink of Stella and a couple of small embellishments. So I'm going to add some wink of Stella to my dragonfly wings. And a little bit on some of the white cardstock, just to give it some shimmer. And let's see. I don't know. Let's see. That's the color I used. I don't want to tell you guys what color I used. So let's see if I can find. I think, you know what, these are going to look really good. Let me get each. All right. Put that one there. Put a couple embellishments on here. All right. So I'm done with mine. Let me go ahead and reveal my card to you, and I'll give you the name of the card. So if you ever want to look it up and see other examples of this card, you can. This card. And, oh, I wrote down, who did I get? It was Stampin with, I wrote this down. I will put who I cased this card from. I had it written down, and now I can't find the paper that I had it written on. Did I throw it away? Let me show you the card. This is called the Dutch Door card. And I think I wrote it down. But I don't see it where I wrote it, so I don't know. It's been one of those days. All right, so this is what we call the Dutch door, and this is what it looks like. And what I used is I used Pool Party. I used Pool Party DSP, and I used Fresh Freesia for the color. And you open it up, and you write your saying right here, or you can put a sentiment right here. What I've done in the past with this card also is I've put in a little piece here and created a gift card holder. Makes a great gift card holder if you put in a piece of, say, probably 2 by 3, 3.5. So it just sits right under here, and then you can slip the card in right here. So that is my Dutch door. It looks like this is where it got a little rough. I think I need to change out the blade on my trimmer. Let me show you the other one I did. This one, I used the Country Woods Designer Series paper and the Trucking Along stamp set with Pool Party, or is that Coastal Cabana? I can't remember if that's Pool Party or Coastal Cabana. And Crumb Cake is the color I used here. And then I also did another one with the butterfly from the Happiest Day, and I did it, it's completely monochromatic. It is all Costa Cabana. So there are my 3 cards. Our mystery card, it's the Dutch door card, and like I said, I can't remember who. This is driving me crazy because I know I wrote it down, but I cleaned up my desk shortly after, so it could be that I accidentally tossed that paper away. I will put who I cased this from on my Facebook business page and my blog tomorrow. All of the dimensions that you need will be on my blog tomorrow. And I would love it if you shared also on my Facebook business page, if you shared your copies of what you do. I would love to see it. So, well, thank you so much, everybody. That's the quickest Fun Friday we've had. But I think I'm going to go put my feet up. It's been a busy week. So have a great week, and we will see you next week. Have a wonderful weekend, and have a great day. Thanks. Bye-bye.